thing on. Hey, Miss Potts. If you find this recording, don't feel bad about this. Part of the journey is the end. Just for the record, being adrift in space with zero promise of rescue is more fun than it sounds. Food and water ran out 4 days ago. Oxygen will run out tomorrow morning. That'll be it. When I drift off, I will dream about you. It's always you.
Thanos did exactly what he said he was going to do. He wiped out 50% of all living creatures.
We lost, all of us. We lost friends. We lost family. We lost a part of ourselves. This is the fight of our lives.
This is gonna work, Steve.
I know it is. Because I don't know what I'm gonna do if it doesn't.
Is anyone home? This is Scott Lang. We met a few years ago at the airport in Germany. Got out really big.
Is this an old message?
Ant-Man, I know you know that.
It's the front door.
That's me. Can you buzz me in?
So, Skrulls are the bad guys. And you're a Kree, a race of noble warriors.
Heroes. Noble warrior heroes.
Your life began the day it nearly ended. We found you with no memory. We made you one of us so you could live longer, stronger, superior. You were reborn.
I keep having these memories. Something in my past is the key to all of this.
You know how to fly this thing?
We'll see.
That's a yes or no question.
Yes.
Would you like to know what you really are?
I think I had a life here. What aren't you telling me?
You've come a long way, but you're not as strong as you think. This war is just the beginning.
I'm not gonna fight your war. I'm gonna end it.
Aren't you the cutest little thing? Aren't you cute? And what's your name, huh?
Fury.
What's you? I'll be back.
Alita, run!
Oh my God.
Rip that flea! Watch her die.
you write anything on your computer, you need to get Grammarly.
I write pretty much all day, every day, and Grammarly makes my writing better.
As a student, I like that it's free.
It actually is correcting everything as I'm writing it.
Grammar errors, spelling errors, and even helps me find the right words to use so I can say what I want to say.
It catches all those embarrassing little mistakes before I hit send.
I downloaded Grammarly around my freshman year because I was just horrible at typing.
Grammarly is like my secret weapon for writing papers.
It's the perfect tool for your resume. You don't want any errors when it's your first impression.
I use Grammarly for important emails, social media posts, which there are a lot of.
I've used every tool out there, and Grammarly is by far the best for improving your writing.
Grammarly is making me a better writer, and it's free.
I would recommend Grammarly if you're a student,
my family,
my peers, my colleagues.
It's like having your own personal proofreader for free.
Download Grammarly for free at Grammarly.com.
Hey, I'm Todd McFarlane, creator of Spawn, and today we're going to see if we can't give you a little bit of a lesson on how to get a superhero done, especially a Spawn superhero. I like to start with the eye, because the eye basically then centers everything else on the head, and you have a place that you can basically gauge whether all your lines are in the right spot. A lot of people get the mark wrong. Let me teach you how to do it. It's got a spike here, comes up over the head, and then it comes back sharp. Why? Because I want it to look a little bit like a throwing dart, right? It should feel like it should injure you if you were to actually touch any of it. Comes down the side of his face here, and here's where they make a mistake. Lots of people. Comes back up in here, curls down, and then it doesn't get soft, it doesn't get rubbery right here. It's still pretty harsh. So there's still angles to it that will come here, and then it comes up in here, so that again, there's a point here, a point here, a point here, and a point here. It should be all sort of badass and hard looking. So this is going to be the skull that's here. Give a couple lines to give a little bit of thickness to it. Maybe something over here. He's got a big cowl, right? The big cowl is going to go here. Again, I'll get rid of all this because the cowl is going to hide it, so I don't need it anymore. And now the cowl is going to go up in here. It's going to bend. I can make it black if I want, and then come back in here, hit the button, cut some whites in it. But I can now make this as big as I want going backwards. Now again, this isn't meant, my style has never been meant to do it in 5 minutes. I actually have a very slow, methodical, well thought out style that basically, which is why I don't do a lot of sketches at conventions, because I take a lot of time. And now start adding the cape on the other side. We'll spin it up on itself. And then we just draw some of the other big wrinkles that are going to go here. Now here's the other fun thing. Everything I'm doing right now is by hand, but let me show you another tool. This is what we call the lasso tool, and if I go big, anything I draw with this tool, I can hit a button and it will turn black. So watch this. I draw this and I hit a button that turns black. And not only that, but I can also make designs and shapes any way I want. Boom. So I hit it right here. We've got Big Bad Spawny ready to save the day. This is essentially what I do all day long for 10, 12 hours a day. So when I get people at conventions say, Todd, your hand must be hurting because you're signing so many autographs. The answer is no, ladies and gentlemen. Because if I wasn't at a convention signing my name, I'd be sitting at this desk doing a drawing, right? Now if I go over here on my computer, that is just a normal layer, but if I hit multiply, it becomes see-through, and if I click it, boom, it goes away. And now we'll get Spawn's head, and he'll start looking more like the guy that some of you guys and gals are used to seeing out there. And now, what do we have to do? Because Todd, you made a mistake, I have to cut it out, right? So let's just go back in here, let's cut it out. Backspace, it's all cool. We'll come in here, we'll go with green because he's got cool green eyes. So let's do something that's pretty big and vibrant. Make sure that it's not all the same. You know, historically we used to draw it on paper. So you had paper, you had pencil, and you had ink. And the way that most of you have seen it. A lot of people look at this and they're like, oh, well, you're cheating, Todd, and you're doing all of that. The computer and this is just a tool. This is no different than a piece of paper and a pen. So if you think that this is cheating, then I will give you this computer and I will give you this pen and I'll ask you to draw a horse. And if you can't draw a horse, it doesn't matter what tool I give you. You can't draw a horse. So it's a tool. And the way that I use the tool and the way that maybe your mom might use the tool will be dramatically different. So who cares that I've got something that will do a lot of stuff at a faster rate? It doesn't allow me to draw a horse better. Now we're going to add some shadow. I can get the shadows to be as light or as dark as I want. So now I can come up in here. And then I go back, and if I've got time, I can then come in and start doing some of the subtleties. Anyways, with a little bit more sort of love and care, this thing would turn out really kind of cool. But as you can see right now, we can get some really sort of fun things that are in there, and all of a sudden you get a spawn. I'm Todd McFarlane, and there's my spawn today.